Hi guys, I'm back and I can't wait to talk with you some more about water. So remember, sign language for water is you make a W with your fingers. So 1, 2, 3 fingers, make a W, kind of hold your pinky down and you kind of put it by your mouth and you do water. So we have talked so much about water. We know that water there's a water cycle. We know why it rains. We've learned about rainbows. We know that water's everywhere, that you can take a shower with it, you can wash the dishes with it, you can clean with water, you can wash your car, that it rains outside, that you drink water, that water goes into a lot of the food we eat and drinks that we drink. So water is everywhere. It's all around us. The world is made up of so much water with oceans and lakes and rivers and ponds and streams. So one thing I wanted to talk about today was a pretty big word. And I thought to myself, can these 3K kiddos handle this big word? And then you know what I thought? I thought you guys are all so smart that for sure you could handle this word. So I'm going to show you what the word is. I'm not going to tell you what it is right away. I want you to just look at the word, look at the letters. I'm sure you guys are thinking that you know a lot of those letters. Do you know what that first letter is? Somebody in our class has that letter. I have this letter. It's the letter A. Straight line down, straight line down, straight line across. A for Ari, A for Angela, that's my name, Geveret Fladwood's name. And A for this big word that we're gonna learn today. And this is called absorb. Do you guys know what it means to absorb something? I kind of gave you a clue. I did something with my hand. Do you know what that means? Absorb means to soak something up. So what's really cool about water is there's some things that can soak up that water, absorb it, and there's some things that can't soak the water up, can't absorb it. So we're going to do a little experiment and we're going to see, I took some things around my house. We're going to see what can absorb the water and what can't. And you could even make a chart about the things that you find that can absorb or can't absorb the water. Can soak it up or can't soak it up. So are you guys ready? So I thought we would start with, let's start with a cotton ball. So I have a cotton ball. You might have one of these in your house, and I'm going to put it in the water and we're going to see what happens. But before I put it in the water, do you remember what I have to do before I can do that? I have to make a guess. I have to guess whether I think it's going to soak up the water or not soak up the water. What is my guess? I think this cotton ball is definitely going to soak up the water. Let's see if I'm right. Put my cotton ball in the water. There it goes. It's sinking just like it did in our sink and float experiment. Now I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to see if it's soaked up the water. Watch what I'm going to do to my cotton ball. I'm going to squeeze it. Watch what happens when I squeeze it. Guys, what happened to the cotton ball? Ooh, my fingers are red from the markers. What happened to the cotton ball when I squeezed it? The water came back out. Do you know what that means? That means the cotton ball soaked up that water. It absorbed that water inside of it, and now I can squeeze it out. So the cotton ball did absorb the water. Should we do another one? I want to do the Lego. You guys want to try the Lego? Do you guys think that the Lego is going to soak up that water, absorb it, or not absorb it? Should we see? Let's see. I'm going to put my Lego in the water. Ooh, the Lego floats. And now I'm going to take it out of the water. Can I squeeze it? I can't squeeze the Lego. I can't squeeze it like I could squeeze that cotton ball and make that water come back out. The water just kind of drips off my Lego. So did my Lego absorb the water? Did it soak it up? It didn't, did it? It didn't. It just kind of rolls right off the Lego. Interesting. Let's try another one. I have a piece of tin foil. I'm actually going to cut it a little bit more, and I'm going to put this tin foil in the water and let's see what happens. Do you think that it's going to absorb the water or not absorb it? Let's see. I think it might not. Let's see. So I put Ooh, it floats on the top. All right, I'm gonna kind of push it down and make it all wet. Now I'm gonna pull it off. Let's see what happens. See how that water just kind of drips off of it? Should I try and crinkle it up and see if the water squeezes out? Nope, it doesn't. The water does not squeeze out of the tinfoil. So that means that the tinfoil doesn't soak up that water. It doesn't absorb it like the cotton ball did. The water just rolls right off of it. Interesting. So we have two things that didn't absorb the water and we have one thing that did. Let's try, ooh, I have a tissue, like the kind you blow your nose with. Let's see what happens with the tissue. I cannot wait to see what happens with this tissue. I'm gonna get it all wet. Oh, and I can see the water's going all through that tissue. Now I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna squeeze it. Oh, guys, what happened? Did I squeeze the water out of it? I did. So what does that mean? That means my tissue soaks up that water, it absorbs it. And that's good because we use the tissue to blow our nose and wipe things up. So it's good that a tissue can absorb that water. All right, let's try, ooh, do you guys want to try my sponge? I have a sponge. What do you think is going to happen with the sponge? Do you think it's going to soak up the water or not? Should we see? So I'm going to get my sponge nice and wet. Kind of mush it around a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna squeeze it. Oh, what happened? All of that water came out. So did the sponge absorb the water? You bet it did. You guys are getting really good at this. All right, I have a plastic spoon. Maya and Paige use this to feed their pretend baby dolls. Do you think this plastic spoon can absorb the water or no? Should we see? Put it in the water. I'm gonna get it all nice and wet. I'm gonna pull it off. You see the water's dripping off, but can I squeeze it? I can't. You can't squeeze that plastic like you can the tissue or the cotton ball, right? They're made of different things. So this plastic spoon doesn't absorb the water, does it? It just rolls right off. We'll put it by the Lego. All right, let's do a couple more. Let's do, what's this? Know what this is? It's a piece of cloth, kind of like our clothes are made out of cloth or cotton or different things, different materials. Let's see if this piece of cloth that used to be a scarf, let's see if it sucks up the water. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna get it all nice and wet. I'm gonna push it down and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna take it out. Do you think it will soak up the water? Oh, I can squeeze it. Have you ever had your clothes get wet? Yeah, they soak up that water, but then you can squeeze it out. And now my piece of cloth is a little bit drier because I squeezed out all that water that had been soaking in there. So definitely soaks up the water. Let's do two more. All right, I have a piece of wax paper here. Let's see what happens with the wax paper. If I put it in the water, get nice and wet, and I pull it out. That water kind of rolls down, makes drops on it, but if I squeeze it, does the water come out? Nope. So my wax paper does not absorb the water, does it? All right, should we do the washcloth? So a washcloth is probably something everybody has in their kitchen, right? You use it to wipe off your tables or your counters or your stove when you're done cooking and eating in your kitchen. Let's see if this soaks up the water. So I'll get it nice and wet. And I'll squeeze it. Ooh, did all that water come out? That soaked up, that absorbed a lot of water, didn't it? And now it's even a little bit drier because I squeezed it. I want to do one more with you. I want to do the paper towel because we use paper towels a lot in our house to clean spills up. So do you think it's going to soak up the water? I think so, because if it can clean up a spill, if you spill your milk or your water or your juice or your drink, paper towels are supposed to soak it up for you, right? And clean up your messes. So yep, a paper towel soaks it up. So you guys can do this experiment at home. just like I did, just get a little bucket of water, do it in your kitchen, in your bathroom, and then find things around the house and see if they absorb that water, if they soak up the water, or if they don't. And then you can make a chart about it and see how many things you have on each side of your chart. I hope you guys have a super good day. Bye.